Someone is commenting everywhere about your status that you live like a my beloved child. There is a whisper following you, a shadow that types instead of speaks. You have felt it already, the strange comments, the repeated words, the subtle insult hidden behind jokes. Someone is commenting everywhere about your status, trying to define your life with a careless label, as if your entire journey can be reduced to a single sentence. They watch when you post, they appear when you speak, and they vanish the moment you look directly at them. This is not random. This is intentional. And if you are listening right now, don't skip, because what you are about to understand will change the way you see every comment, every reaction, every silent observer who thinks you don't notice. Listen carefully, because this goes deeper than jealousy and louder than criticism. That person is not commenting because you are weak. They are commenting because your presence disturbs something inside them. Every word they leave is a mirror of their own fear. They call your life small because they cannot reach your peace. They mock your choices because they are trapped in their own. They repeat the same line again and again, hoping others will believe it, hoping you will believe it, hoping your confidence will crack just enough for them to feel taller. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The truth about why this person chose you as their target. Here is the revelation most people never hear: when someone tries to label your life publicly, it means your life privately threatens them. Your silence confuses them. Your calm irritates them. Your progress, even if unseen by the world, is loud enough to shake their insecurity. They want to control the story because they cannot control the outcome. So they comment. They repeat. They hover. But what they don't know is this: you are being prepared for a shift they will never understand. Don't skip this moment. Very soon, the same places where they tried to shame you will become the places where your growth speaks for itself. And when that happens, their words will disappear, but your rise will remain. Something huge is waiting for you. Listen now, because this is the part most people never dare to face. The person commenting everywhere is not acting alone in their mind, they are acting from comparison. They scroll through your life quietly, measuring themselves against moments you didn't even post for attention. Every time they type that sentence about how you live, they are trying to freeze you in one version, because they are terrified of what you are becoming. Don't skip this, because the pattern matters. They comment early, they comment repeatedly, and they choose public spaces. That is not confidence. That is a silent request for validation from strangers who might join them. Here is what is really happening behind the screen. This person feels invisible in their own life. When they see you standing firm, even without noise, it reminds them of everything they postponed, avoided, or lost. So they reduce you with words, hoping to feel larger for a moment. But stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The shift is already in motion. When someone keeps pointing at your lifestyle, it means your way of living challenges their excuses. You are proof that peace does not need permission, and growth does not need applause. That truth burns them more than anger ever could. Now hear this carefully and hold it close. You are not being mocked, you are being marked. People only try to control narratives they cannot escape. Very soon, the same person who comments will fall silent, not because they changed, but because your progress will leave them with nothing left to say. Don't skip this moment. You are entering a phase where reactions will turn into regrets, and observers will turn into lessons. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it arrives, no comment will be loud enough to distract you from who you are becoming. Pay close attention now, because this is where the meaning sharpens. The comments you see are only the surface, beneath them is a quiet obsession. This person knows your timing, your patterns, your pauses. They notice when you go silent and when you return. They speak as if they understand your life, but in truth, they are guessing because they no longer have access. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. When someone comments everywhere, it is because they are watching everywhere, hoping to feel included in a story that has already moved on without them. There is a reason their words sound repetitive and empty. They are stuck in the past version of you, while you are already living in the next chapter. They try to define you publicly because they cannot reach you privately. Stay till the end of this part, because the truth is powerful. Your restraint is confusing them more than any response ever could. Silence has become your strength, and growth has become your language. The more you rise without explanation, the more their comments expose their own restlessness. Now understand this deeply. You are not meant to fight this battle, you are meant to outgrow it. Very soon, a change will occur that shifts attention away from their words and onto your results. Don't skip this moment. Something huge is waiting for you, and it arrives quietly, without announcement. When it does, the comments that once tried to define you will look small, outdated, and irrelevant. And you will realize that this entire experience was not meant to break you, but to reveal how far you have already come. A quiet turning point is unfolding right now, and most people will miss it. The person who kept commenting everywhere is beginning to feel the weight of their own words. What once felt powerful to them now feels exposed. They expected reactions, confusion, or doubt, but instead, they found your steady movement forward. This is the moment where the balance shifts. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. When someone realizes their words no longer control the narrative, they start losing interest, not because they healed, but because they failed. Look closely at the timing. Their comments slow down when your focus sharpens. Their tone changes when your direction becomes clear. This is not coincidence. They sense that you are stepping into a phase where external noise cannot touch you. Don't skip this understanding. People who try to define your life publicly often panic when they see you no longer reacting privately. Your calm has become unfamiliar territory to them. Your progress has turned into a reminder they cannot escape, and every reminder weakens the need to attack. Now receive this final truth of this part. You were never meant to respond with words, you were meant to respond with alignment. Something huge is waiting for you because this experience has refined your vision. You now see who watches, who speaks, and who reveals themselves through repetition. Very soon, your life will speak in ways comments never could. When that happens, the silence from those who once tried to label you will be louder than anything they ever said. And you will understand that this chapter was not about being judged, it was about becoming undeniable. Something subtle is happening now, and only those who are aware will recognize it. The space around you is changing. The same places where those comments once appeared now feel quieter, almost hesitant, as if the energy has shifted. This is not because the person suddenly gained wisdom, but because your inner position has moved. You are no longer standing where their words can reach you. Don't skip this understanding, because something huge is waiting for you in this transition. When your mindset changes, the noise around you loses its power. Notice how your reactions have softened, not into weakness, but into clarity. You no longer feel the urge to explain your life or defend your choices. That is growth. The person who tried to describe your lifestyle never expected this silence to be so strong. They were prepared for arguments, for emotional replies, for visible hurt. What they were not prepared for was your calm continuation. Stay till the end, because this is the moment where their influence fades and your direction becomes unshakable. Here is the deeper truth you must carry forward. This experience was a test of focus, not of worth. You were shown how easily distractions appear when you are close to something meaningful. Don't skip this final realization of this part. Something huge is waiting for you because you have learned to move without looking back. The comments were never the enemy. They were the signal that you were on the right path. And now, as you step further ahead, even the memory of those words will lose its hold on you. A new awareness is settling in, and it changes how you see everything. The comments that once echoed in your mind now feel distant, almost unreal, like noise from another room. This is the sign that your focus has crossed a line. You are no longer reacting, you are observing. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you here. When observation replaces emotion, control returns to you, and the one who tried to disturb you loses their grip. There is something important you must recognize now. The person who commented everywhere wanted to slow you down, to make you question your pace, your path, your worth. But instead, they unknowingly trained you to move with discipline. Each ignored comment strengthened your patience. Each repeated remark sharpened your clarity. Stay till the end, because this is the hidden reward. Pressure did not break you, it refined you. And refinement always comes before elevation. Carry this final truth forward as you step into what comes next. You are entering a phase where your actions speak first and explanations arrive last. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you because you are no longer defined by what is said about you, but by what you continue to build despite it. The noise has served its purpose. From here on, your journey becomes quieter, stronger, and impossible to misunderstand. A deeper calm is now surrounding you, and this calm is not accidental. It is earned. The season where outside voices tried to shape your thoughts is slowly closing, and a new chapter is opening where your inner voice leads. The comments that once demanded attention now feel small against your growing clarity. Don't skip this understanding, because something huge is waiting for you in this shift. When inner direction becomes stronger than outer noise, nothing random can disturb your path. There is a powerful reason this had to happen the way it did. You were meant to learn discernment, who speaks from truth and who speaks from emptiness. The person who commented everywhere unknowingly revealed their own limits while testing your patience. Stay till the end, because this realization matters. Not every voice deserves access to you, and not every opinion requires a response. Your restraint has already moved you ahead of many who stay trapped in reaction. Now step into this awareness with confidence. You are no longer walking blindly, you are walking deliberately. Don't skip this final feeling of this part. Something huge is waiting for you because the distractions have fallen away, leaving only direction. From this point forward, you move with intention, and those who once tried to define you will only be able to watch from a distance as your life continues to unfold on your own terms. A quiet confidence is now forming within you, and it is stronger than anything spoken aloud. You may not announce it, but you can feel it, the certainty that you no longer need approval to move forward. The comments that once tried to box you into a narrow identity now have no place to land. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. When confidence becomes internal, external judgment loses its fuel. Understand this carefully. The person who commented everywhere believed repetition would weaken you. Instead, repetition revealed their emptiness and strengthened your resolve. Each time they tried to describe your life, they only highlighted how little they truly knew. Stay till the end, because this truth matters. People who are fulfilled do not patrol other lives. They build their own. Your focus on growth has already separated you from the cycle they are stuck in. Carry this realization forward as you move ahead. You are stepping into a phase where progress becomes visible, not through noise, but through results. Don't skip this final insight of this part. Something huge is waiting for you because your life is about to speak in ways words never could. And when that happens, the echo of those old comments will fade completely, replaced by a silence that confirms one thing: you are exactly where you are meant to be. A moment of recognition is approaching, and it arrives without drama. You will suddenly notice that your energy is no longer pulled toward what others say, but toward what you are creating. This is the quiet victory few people talk about. The comments that once tried to shape your identity now feel like distant echoes with no direction. Don't skip this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you here. When your attention returns fully to your own path, momentum begins to build naturally. There is a hidden shift happening in the background. The person who commented everywhere is starting to feel irrelevant to your story, and that realization unsettles them more than any response ever could. They expected their words to follow you, but instead, you outgrew the space where those words existed. Stay till the end, because this truth is powerful: growth does not argue, it advances. And every step you take forward quietly erases the impact of those old labels. Now hold this final understanding close. You are entering a stretch of your journey where consistency replaces conflict and purpose replaces distraction. Don't skip this final note of this part. Something huge is waiting for you because your life is aligning with your values, not with opinions. And as that alignment strengthens, nothing said about you will ever carry the weight it once did. A new kind of strength is settling into your life now, and it does not need to be announced. It shows in how you move, how you decide, and how little you are affected by unnecessary noise. The comments that once tried to pull you into explanation no longer find a reaction waiting for them. Don't skip this realization, because something huge is waiting for you here. When strength becomes quiet, it becomes permanent. There is an important shift you must recognize. The person who commented everywhere has already served their role, even if they never intended to. They showed you where not to pause, where not to seek validation, and where to place your focus instead. Stay till the end, because this matters. Every distraction that fails to stop you ends up sharpening your direction. You did not lose time, you gained clarity, and clarity always leads to momentum. Now step fully into this phase with confidence. You are no longer walking with hesitation, you are moving with certainty. Don't skip this closing truth of this part. Something huge is waiting for you because your path is becoming undeniable. What once tried to label you will soon be unable to recognize you at all, not because you changed for others, but because you finally aligned with who you truly are. A sense of inevitability is now surrounding your journey, and it feels different from hope. It feels grounded, steady, and certain. You no longer wonder if the noise will return, because you understand it no longer matters. The comments that once tried to define you have lost their timing and their audience. Don't skip this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you here. When influence fades, freedom takes its place. There is a quiet truth unfolding in your favor. The person who commented everywhere is now watching from a distance, realizing that their words never altered your direction. They spoke to feel powerful, but power was never in the speaking, it was in the becoming. Stay till the end, because this realization is crucial. Nothing that grows from insecurity can stand against something built with purpose. Your steady progress has already answered every question they tried to raise. Hold this final understanding as you move forward. You are stepping into a stretch of life where results replace explanations and alignment replaces defense. Don't skip this final note of this part. Something huge is waiting for you because your journey is no longer reactive, it is intentional. And from this point on, what you build will speak so clearly that no comment will ever be needed again. A powerful stillness is now wrapping itself around your life, and this stillness is not emptiness, it is control. You have reached a place where your emotions no longer rise and fall with outside voices. The comments that once felt sharp now pass through without leaving a mark. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this silence. When the mind becomes calm, the path ahead becomes clear, and clarity always comes before a breakthrough. There is something deeper happening beneath the surface. The person who commented everywhere is slowly realizing that their presence in your story has ended. They may still look, still think, still remember, but they no longer matter. Stay till the end, because this truth is strong. People lose influence the moment you stop carrying them in your thoughts. Your focus has shifted to what you are building, not what is being said, and that shift is changing everything. Now let this understanding settle fully within you. You are entering a phase where patience turns into visible progress. Don't skip this final realization of this part. Something huge is waiting for you because your life is aligning with strength, not reaction. The noise had its moment, but purpose always has the final word, and your purpose is now stepping forward without resistance. A clear separation is happening now, and you can feel it in how lightly you carry yourself. What once felt heavy no longer sits on your shoulders. The comments that tried to define your life have lost their grip, not because they stopped, but because you stopped giving them space. Don't skip this understanding, because something huge is waiting for you in this release. When you let go without bitterness, you create room for momentum to enter. There is a quiet upgrade taking place within you. You are no longer measuring your worth against opinions or reactions. The person who commented everywhere wanted to keep you looking sideways, but you chose to look forward. Stay till the end, because this matters deeply. Forward focus always outpaces backward noise. Every step you take now feels more intentional, more aligned, as if the path itself is responding to your decision to move without distraction. Let this final truth anchor you as this part closes. You are stepping into a season where your presence speaks before your words ever do. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you because your life is beginning to reflect confidence without effort. The labels once thrown at you will no longer fit, not because you proved them wrong, but because you outgrew the need to be understood by those who never truly saw you. A deeper transformation is now unfolding, and it reaches places words cannot touch. You are noticing changes not just in what you tolerate, but in what you allow near your mind. The comments that once tried to define your lifestyle now feel distant, almost irrelevant, as if they belong to someone else's story. Don't skip this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you in this expansion. When your standards rise, distractions naturally fall away, and life begins to respond differently to your presence. There is an important realization forming inside you. The person who commented everywhere believed repetition would weaken your confidence, but repetition only revealed their fixation. You, on the other hand, learned discipline, patience, and emotional control. Stay till the end, because this truth matters. People who are moving forward do not have time to narrate someone else's life. Your silence has not been empty, it has been strategic, allowing your energy to gather instead of scatter. Now let this understanding settle completely. You are stepping into a phase where your growth becomes undeniable, even without announcement. Don't skip this final realization of this part. Something huge is waiting for you because your life is aligning with maturity and purpose. Very soon, the spaces where you were once questioned will become the spaces where you are quietly respected, and the noise that once followed you will have no choice but to fade into nothing. A new rhythm is forming in your life now, steady and intentional. You are no longer rushing to prove anything, and that calm pace is powerful. The comments that once tried to provoke you now arrive too late, unable to interrupt your flow. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this stability. When your movement becomes consistent, nothing random can knock you off course. There is a silent strength growing within you. The person who commented everywhere underestimated your ability to adapt and rise without noise. They expected resistance, but you chose resilience. Stay till the end, because this truth matters. Resilience does not shout, it endures. Each day you move forward without reacting, you reinforce a version of yourself that cannot be shaken by opinions or labels. Hold this final understanding as this part closes. You are entering a season where your actions align naturally with your values. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you because your life is now guided by purpose, not pressure. The chapter of unnecessary noise is ending, and the path ahead is opening with clarity, strength, and quiet confidence. A profound inner realignment is taking place now, deeper than anything you have experienced before. You may not see fireworks on the outside, but inside, something has locked into place. You no longer feel pulled toward defending your image or correcting false narratives. The comments that once tried to frame your life now feel powerless, as if they are speaking to a version of you that no longer exists. Don't skip this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you here. When identity becomes self-defined, outside voices lose their authority completely. There is a long-term shift happening that few people recognize in time. The person who commented everywhere was focused on moments, while you were quietly building direction. They spoke to feel relevant, but relevance fades when purpose becomes clear. Stay till the end, because this truth is important. People who focus on others remain stuck in observation, while people who focus on growth move into creation. You have crossed from being observed to being established. Even if no one announces it, the difference is already visible in how you think, choose, and move. Now let this final understanding expand within you. You are stepping into a phase where your presence carries weight without explanation. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you because your life is beginning to reflect authority, not through control, but through alignment. The noise that once tried to shape your narrative no longer fits the frequency you operate on. From here forward, you are not reacting to the world, you are shaping your place within it. And that shift changes everything, quietly, permanently, and in your favor. A quiet certainty is now guiding you, and it feels steady rather than urgent. You are no longer scanning for what might be said next, because your attention has settled on what truly matters. The comments that once tried to corner your identity now pass by without recognition. Don't skip this understanding, because something huge is waiting for you in this calm. When your focus stabilizes, your energy multiplies, and progress accelerates without force. There is a maturity in you now that cannot be imitated. The person who commented everywhere mistook your patience for weakness, not realizing it was preparation. While they stayed busy narrating your life, you were building substance. Stay till the end, because this truth is powerful. Substance always outlasts noise. What you are creating has depth, and depth does not need defense. It simply continues. Let this final realization of this part settle fully. You are moving into a stretch of life where alignment replaces effort and clarity replaces confusion. Don't skip this closing awareness. Something huge is waiting for you because your journey is no longer shaped by reaction, but by intention. From this point forward, your path becomes smoother, not because challenges disappear, but because you are no longer distracted by what never truly mattered. A powerful inner expansion is unfolding now, and it reaches far beyond what anyone else can see. You are beginning to sense a deeper command over your thoughts, your reactions, and your direction. The comments that once echoed loudly now sound faint, almost meaningless, as if they belong to a distant past. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this expansion. When awareness grows this deep, nothing shallow can disturb it, and nothing external can rewrite your story. There is a truth revealing itself slowly, but clearly. The person who commented everywhere was never ahead of you, they were behind, watching. While they focused on repeating words, you were learning timing. While they tried to freeze your image, you were evolving quietly. Stay till the end, because this matters. Evolution does not ask for permission, and growth does not wait for approval. You have moved beyond the need to be understood by those who only observe from the surface. Your silence has matured into wisdom, and that wisdom is now guiding your next steps. Now let this understanding settle deeply within you. You are entering a phase where your life begins to reflect authority without force and confidence without display. Don't skip this final realization of this part. Something huge is waiting for you because your alignment is becoming visible through outcomes, not explanations. The noise that once followed you has lost its relevance, and what remains is a steady forward motion that cannot be interrupted. From here, you move with clarity, strength, and an unshakable sense of direction that no comment will ever reach again. A moment of quiet confirmation is arriving, and you will recognize it not by sound, but by peace. You will notice that nothing pulls you back into old reactions anymore. The comments that once tried to disturb your balance no longer trigger emotion or thought. Don't skip this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you here. When peace replaces vigilance, it means you have already won the internal battle that truly mattered. There is a subtle closure happening now. The person who commented everywhere is fading from relevance, not through confrontation, but through your continued movement forward. They may still exist on the sidelines, but they no longer influence the direction of your life. Stay till the end, because this truth is freeing. What cannot reach your mind cannot shape your future. Your consistency has already closed the door they kept knocking on. Hold this final realization as you prepare for what comes next. You are stepping into a stretch of life where focus deepens and results compound. Don't skip this closing insight of this part. Something huge is waiting for you because your journey is now governed by intention, not interruption. The past noise has dissolved into silence, and ahead of you lies a path defined by clarity, momentum, and self-trust that nothing external can undo. This is the moment where everything settles into truth. You can feel it now, the sense that nothing needs to be proven anymore. The story that once tried to chase you has stopped running. The comments, the labels, the repeated attempts to describe your life have finally lost their purpose. Don't skip this closing understanding, because something huge is waiting for you here. You were never meant to fight noise, you were meant to rise beyond it. And now, you stand in a place where your identity is no longer up for discussion. What comes next is not loud, but it is powerful. Your life begins to move with quiet authority, the kind that does not announce itself but is impossible to ignore. The person who once commented everywhere will eventually realize that your silence was not absence, it was preparation. Stay till the end of this message, because this truth completes the journey. When you stop reacting, you start leading. Your growth has outpaced their perception, and your future has moved beyond their reach. Nothing said about you can follow you into where you are going next. Now carry this final realization forward. You are not defined by opinions, patterns, or past attempts to minimize you. You are defined by alignment, direction, and consistency. Don't skip this final feeling. Something huge is waiting for you because this chapter closes with clarity, not conflict. From here on, your life speaks in results, your present speaks in confidence, and your path unfolds without explanation. This is not the end of your journey, it is the beginning of a version of you that no comment will ever be able to touch.